a challenging week in small but interesting ways. I failed to speak up for myself on a fairly important occasion when, I was told, 2 million people might have been listening. That was bad enough, but it has been implied that as an actor on a nightly basis, in the last 2 weeks before audiences of comparatively minute scale, I have not been using my own voice. This last is odd. An actor, a protean being, might almost pride himself on having many different voices, all for dramatic purposes convincingly belonging to whoever he might be being at a given moment. So to be told one sounds better nearer to one's own voice seems to suggest one has been somehow away from the authentic and slipping into the fake, or at best, the theatrical. At best, caught out acting, a cardinal sin in the theatre these days. But one thing at once, to go back to the self that I did not speak up for, give my voice to, this last week. It was my 20-year-old self, the conscientious objector, imprisoned in, amongst other places, Her Majesty's prison, Wormwood Scrubs. I don't think she's ever been there. You see, the other guests on Libby Purvis's Radio 4 programme midweek, amongst them had been the high-flying creator of MTV, and he talked about serving in Vietnam as a soldier, but also about his great fondness for the Vietnamese and his work as a teacher amongst them. This combination of the gun and the blackboard duster, so to speak, seemed admirable, and the unexpected question from Libby Purvis, when it got to be my turn, harking back to the dubious idealism of my youth, rather threw me. I suppose what I could not defend was the absolutism of my pacifist stance. But it was another form of absolutism I was objecting to at the time, when I was 19, 20. You see, for 3 years at drama school, I'd been continually asked, "What do you think?" Or of a character, "What do you think he, or even you, are doing now? What do you think? What do you think you're feeling, doing?" And it was, the analysis is too cold a word, this probing, this profound, self-conscious looking into the psyche, the motivation, all those words, the motivation. And then, of course, I'm going to blow the microphone in a minute because I'm going to do another voice now. The voice that said the same question but rather differently. The corporal who would ask, "What do you think you're doing?" And it was the uncouth, crude, abusive questioning from a person, of course, who you were going to be absolutely bound to obey to the letter of Queen's regulations. And where were these orders going to lead to? Absolutism has different voices.
Don't look back.
Mother...
I don't want to say anything until I've got you through these school gates.
Okay. But... you know me and Lance.
Yes?
We didn't...
I know.
I didn't have any friends. I just wanted a buddy, that's all.
I know.
And I'm sorry about what I said about dating Harvey. I guess... were you lonely too?
Dreadfully. And you know something? I don't regret a single minute of the time I spent with him. He made me feel good. He made me laugh.
But what about me? Aren't you mad at me? I've ruined my education, haven't I? I've ruined my life.
Well, there's going to have to be a lot of changes.
I know.
Firstly, we're going to move to Devon.
What?
There's a perfectly good day school nearby. Beatty always said I should send you there.
You mean...
Virginia, I want to take you and Charlie to live in Beatty's old house.
But what about Father?
Well, that's up to him. But I think our marriage is over.
Mother...
Your father wants everything to be the way it was in 1940. Before the war, before I started fixing engines for the WVS, before he went away to fight, before you went to America. Well, I just can't pretend I'm the same person I was 6 years ago. And neither can you.
No.
Of course, if you want to stay with him in Guildford, I wouldn't stop you. That's your choice.
Oh, Mother, I never want to leave you again. I love you so much.
Oh, my darling. Oh, my little darling. I love you too. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for everything. Virginia.
What is it?
We've forgotten something. Oh, it's terribly important.
Mother, where are you going?
Well, come on. I'll race you.
Well, what about my case? I can't run through the woods with my case.
Oh, just leave it under the bush. No one will take it.
But where are we going?
We've got to go to the cabin.
Why?
Your tools. We can't go without your carpentry tools.
Oh, Mother.
Come on, slow coach. You've got to show me the way.
Mother, you're getting covered in mud.
I don't care. Come on. Take me home. Come on.
I'm deep inside my last work, sire. It is a great tribulation.
Oh, poor Willie. Why so sad?
It's the end of the stage. Most writers die with pen in hand, but there is a compulsion in me to leave it all and go back to my birthplace and dig the garden.
Why should the stage end?
Yes, why? The stage has made me happy. It has mended me.
For the sake of my brother writers, I will say no more.
It is because the book of Revelation stays?
I beg you not to press me. I have dreams of my own. Nightmares in which the end of the world is the final solution and no man can argue. The stage will shrink from that and curl up in a ball. Now, if you'll permit, I must attend rehearsals.
Willie, I can't work you out at all. I spent a lot of time thinking my way through your plays and struggling to grasp what you were getting at. Now and again you threw some light. That's the Desdemona principle, you'd say, or the Scottish play paradigm. But what's going on in your mind now?
I can tell you what the beginning is. The Lear leitmotif.
Ja, was ist das?
The giving away of power is an iconoclastic and unnatural act. The aftermath is all pedestals, but not statues.
Ah, yes, food for thought. Tell you what, Willie, scribble a couple of paragraphs about it for Charlie to study. I have to bring that boy together somehow, if he's ever going to rule this complicated kingdom. Where have you been, Willie? I've been waiting to give you my notes on The Tempest.
I had to go backstage.
Oh, to congratulate the actors, of course. I've sent for your Prospero to compliment him personally. What's the matter? I thought that you'd be a happy man tonight.
I did not know that it was you who had told the 7 divines who translated the New Testament to sit on the side of the stage for the performance.
Yes, it was at my command, Willie. I thought it was only fair that they should be in your scenes like you were in theirs. And they behaved much better than you did, just sitting there with their masterwork, my new Bible, on their knees. Did you notice them laughing obediently at your comedy and crying at your tragedy?
Everyone knows this is my last play. The church could have left me the stage. I've never climbed into their pulpit.
I was only saying to the Queen before you came in. A dream on an island. An old man with not much hold on reality. Fabulous creatures, monsters, beasts. Where have I heard all that before? In Oxford, perhaps?
The fantasies of God's vengeance on mankind, which are in the Apocalypse, only inspire me with indignation, sire. I would never think of copying them.
So you say, Willie. So you say. But you're as cruel when you dispose of your characters. You strike them down in their wickedness like God does. You punish them for their deeds.
No. Only for their weaknesses.
It's the same thing. That's how it all works, Willie. We need the dreams. We need the censorship. They're both part of the machinery. Now, promise me that The Tempest isn't your last play.
If you put me on the rack, I could not write another.
Oh, I'd never do that, Willie. Well, I'll have to see if I can govern without a playwright to advise me. Oh, Prospero! Well done. Well acted, sir. A purse for you.
Thank you, sir.
And another gift. From the top of the pile, a free copy of my new Bible with the Apocalypse safe inside.
Oh.
And here's one for you, Willie. Sit by the fire and read it, Willie. Dream with Joseph when the moon and the 11 stars bow down, and worship him if you like. I know how much that's worth. When Prince Charles is old enough, I'll send him to see you at Stratford, and you can teach him how to question the sacredness of words. As for The Tempest, I'll have "We are such stuff as dreams are made of" tattooed around his neck, so he will never forget such cautionary wisdom. Farewell.
Farewell, Your Majesty.
He liked it. He liked it. Feel this purse. I made Will. London's at my feet. They'll be queuing up to write plays for me.
If you want my advice, do as many as you can, as soon as you can. The Apocalypse is on the lectern, the beast is in the pulpit. Where the theatre stood will stand a stained altar, and where the throne was will be a bloody block to shut down every writer's mind. Get your acting done in a hurry, John. I smell war.
What's this, Will? You prophesying? Surely not.
Dreams of blood. Which is why I go to my garden and my grave. Earn me some royalties. Farewell.
Will, don't leave us. The business needs you.
Give me an actor's blessing, but don't mention God.
Exeunt omnes.
That will do.